track it. Actually, that's one of his it's one
Wait,
of
is there a
his
skill for
feats.
tracking?
Oscar has a feat that tracks.
Not particularly, but things like spots
So,
and stuff like that.
so I would like Oscar to track. So how do I tell him to track? Do I just say, Oscar, track this for us?
Um, can, can I tell which direction the footprints are heading in?
Yeah, they're heading east. What you can see of the footprints, they're heading in an easterly direction into the woods.
Okay. I want my familiar to fly up and to the east and do a little bit of scanning around to see what he can see. Well, see what he can, echolocate.
So you're gonna try to have Oscar scout track it. You're gonna have the familiar
Yeah.
scout. Okay, so have your familiar do a spot check.
Does Oscar need to do a check?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So your familiar picks out the trees in that direction. Uh, doesn't really notice the footprints. Can't really pick them up very well, and doesn't seem to see anything in the general vicinity.
All right. Well, I'll
So
have him fly further east.
you're gonna have Oscar track using the scale track. Um,
Yes.
kind of doesn't work because there's no smell, no scent.
Is there no scent because it's an old track, or is it a fresh track?
I don't know.
You just told
So,
me there's no smell, so I need to know if it's because of age or if it's because it's a creature that doesn't have a smell.
Uh,
He doesn't have to tell
you,
you, dear. You don't know anything about it.
I have to be so dumb. Um,
okay. So, and I'll turn to the group and say, I'm sending my familiar out ahead to maybe look for any signs of the creature. So, give me a few minutes.
okay.
Fair enough.
Apparently, Oscar is incapable
Um,
of tracking it, so Druid is
I'll
now
I'll send
useless.
him. Wow, fuck it. Doesn't really matter. I'll send him about 100 feet east.
okay. So you can see you can make out, as I say, the forest pretty well. You can
I
barely
haven't
make out.
even rolled.
You don't need to. I'm using the same roll, so shh. Okay. You seen the thing. Barely make out the footprints, and you can see they start to turn from going straight east to like a northeasterly direction towards one of the mountains.
Okay, have him go northeast then. Get.
Now, roll another spot check.
All right. One's even worse than before.
So, as he's moving, he notices that the footprints lead to what appears to be a large hole or crevice. Or, yeah, just a hole, leading into the ground.
Okay. Uh, I turn to the group and say, "Well, my familiar has tracked the beast to a hole in the ground. Um, I don't know. Does the familiar really know how far he's gone?
You can make an estimate on the amount of time it's taken to travel. Of it being close to, like, say, 700, 800 meters roughly from the village.
Okay, so What do the footprints start turning northeast at 100 feet, or
Say like 150 odd meters, they start turning north.
okay?
So going north.
So the footprints, they go east for about 150. Did you say feet or meters?
Meters. Just for
Meters. Yeah, let's just say meters. Uh, for about 150 meters or so, then they turn northeast and lead into a hole in the ground.
All right, well, let's go.
Yeah, let's track it down.
I mean, if we're lucky, the beast will have something worth taking.
When we start getting close, my familiar can guide us.
Alright, so we head off towards the direction he said, yes?
Yep.
Everyone goes.
Is the whole party there, or is it just the three of yous, or what's going on?
Saying
I,
like it's everybody.
yep.
Yeah. I guess everybody's going.
Okay, so can everyone roll spot checks?
Ooh, I got 25.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So as you walk, use the 150 meters to where the footprints turn. Everything seems to be normal. Nothing out of the ordinary from what you can see, other than obviously the footprints that you are following. I assume you are continuing north.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
another
northeast.
spot check then.
Ooh.
Damn.
Nice. Rat had a good roll. Natural 20.
So for all of you walk the roughly 600 odd feet towards the hole. Everything seems to be more ordinary. Nothing seems to be out of ordinary, should we say? Rat, you see the hole first before everyone. It's kind of pretty glaring. It's like a say like easily two-person wide hole. So like say 4 or 5 feet wide hole, easily fit two down side by side.
All right, I call my familiar back then, assuming he can see us.
Yep, you can see this.
This is the right hole, guys.
Alright, how dark, so I guess can we peer down, see how deep it is?
Yep, you can peer down.
Is that a spot check or
You-
search or what?
Yep, spot check. So you can see that it doesn't like drop straight down. It's like a relatively steep incline down into the ground.
Okay.
You can't make out very far because the hole is like quite literally pitch black. There doesn't seem to be any light inside the hole. Freya
All
can see
right.
further in and can make out at the bottom what seems to be near the bottom. There seems to be a turn in the tunnel.
So is this like steep enough that we could potentially stumble down it?
Yep.
Okay.
Before we make this journey, I vote that I send my familiar down and see what's in there.
Sounds good.
I
Pitch
second that.
black.
Plus, pitch dark and echolocations. So,
Yep.
and I want him to move silently.
Well, I'll move silently then.
Nice. All right. Get in there, you little shit.
Isn't that his name?
That is his name, yes.
All right,
Okay.
so he's moving down to where?
Into the hole.
Yeah, but where into the hole? Like, how far is he moving? What's he doing?
Cautiously peering ahead for anything that looks like a threat.
You mean echolocating ahead?
So,
Yes.
all right, spot checks.
Oh god.
Yeah. So he flies on. Uh, he turns around a corner. And he assumes it's a street because obviously he's not really paying attention for some reason.
Fly into
And
the
he, and he
wall.
and he just sees the tunnel go straight. That's what he sees.
So does he slam into a wall then?
No. He see him like turn around the corner, but for some reason he just perceived it as if it like he wasn't paying attention and he just flew like he thought he just flew straight and he just sees that the tunnel continues to go on.
No, okay. I don't think I'll mention that to anybody. Okay, well, continue on if he doesn't see anything.
Okay. Spot check again.
That's better.
Definitely not gonna hit a wall now.
One sec. So he flies on and he notices that there appears to be two turns. Like there's like one closer turn that goes off the left, and the tunnel kind of has like a dead end. And at that dead end, there's a right and a left turn off.
So, like a T,
Like
sort of.
junction. Yeah.
Mm. Tell him to go right.
Another T. Spot check. So he sees almost that after he turns right, there's almost then another immediate turn to the right.
And he hasn't seen anything whatsoever.
No,
No beasts.
no,
Well,
but it's not even.
continue.
It looks like literally the hole that's almost like naturally formed. Like it just doesn't seem to be dug by anything, or at least that's not what he can notice.
Okay. Tell him to continue on around the corner.
Okay. Another spot check.
What's taking him so long?
So he can see that further down into the tunnel, there just appears to be a large room, about say 40, 50 feet ahead.
I hold my finger up, you know, telling him to shush. I'm trying to concentrate.
I'm gonna start
He.
kind of picking at the wall, seeing what it's made of. Lifting
Okay,
up the dirt.
So you're inside the hole, kicking at the wall of the.
No, like picking at it with my finger. You know how like just kind of
The outer edge, you mean?
yeah, just kind of seeing like
okay,
the dirt and
I tell the
stuff.
familiar to go. How big is the room? Does he know?
No idea.
Okay, I'll tell him to go into the room and see how big it is.
Okay, well,